Welcome to the India Joy Influencer Con 2021.
Hello everybody, another day, another exciting session at InfluencerCon 2021. This is me, Savitri, host for this session, and joining us now, we have an important offline and also an online influencer who's known to be one of the charming and warmest persons of Bangalore. So it is none other than Mr. Ritesh Pandya. So Ritesh started off his career with telecom industry and is now a super popular person in Bangalore as the core team person of Normal is Boring chapter. So the remarkable work of Normal is Boring during pandemic is worth all the accolades. I can go on and on about Mr. Ritesh and the amazing work he does, but why don't we hear it from him? So hello, Mr. Ritesh. We are glad to have you on board and are really looking forward for this session.
Hello, Savitri, and hello, everybody. What's up? What's happening? And firstly, I would like to thank the whole InfluencerCon team for choosing me as one of your top 20 influencers. And thank you so much for the awesome introduction.
Thank you, Mr. Ritesh. So, from telecom industry to an influencer, how has your transition been? Like, how did it all start?
Well, honestly, it was not planned. And the whole journey of Normal is Boring started in 2010. So I was working for a telecom company in Afghanistan. I was based in Kabul and I was there for almost 4 years. And the only entertainment there we had was the people who we lived with and, of course, the internet. And those days WhatsApp and all was not really popular. It was still in the budding stages. So we all used BlackBerry messengers, and that's when I thought, let me create a platform on Facebook for people to share jokes and funny videos, just for laughter. And we started off with the name Normal is Boring, which I found really catchy. That's how Normal is Boring was born. Predominantly, I would share all these jokes and videos on my Facebook wall, and then my cousins and a lot of my friends who were there, they're like, "Yeah, our kids are teenagers," and when they get on to my Facebook account, they are asking me meanings of your jokes, which we're not able to say. So that's when I thought, let me create a group where the kids cannot access it, and it's still it's a private group on Facebook. So what happens in the group stays within the group. Nobody outside the group gets access to what's happening inside. And then it grew at a very slow pace, and we no complaints about it. Yesterday was our 11th anniversary, 18th of November 2010. The group was formed, and yesterday we completed 11 years of Normal is Boring, and we also reached a milestone of 60,000 group members late last evening. So it was a double happy day for us that we completed 11 years and 60,000 members, and that's how the group was born. And then I moved back to India, and it was all fun. 2019-18 onwards, I grew the moderators team, and we had 6 moderators, including me. And we started having meetups, and we started doing a lot of social activities. So that's how NIB was born. In short, Normal is Boring. The short form is NIB, popularly known as in Bangalore. And we have members from all over the world. Not restricted to Bangalore.
Congratulations on hitting the 60K mark and for the anniversary. And I believe the great work keeps going with the community as it increases. So, as someone who is, who plays a predominant role in mobilizing the crowd, when it comes to organizing people, what is the biggest binding factor according to you? I mean, to get people onto one stage or to one platform, and to handle this such a vast group with different diversity. I think, what do you think is the binding factor among them?
See, there are multiple factors that go into running a group and getting people together. See, people love Normal is Boring. I can say from Normal is Boring's point of view, because I don't run any other groups other than Normal is Boring. We don't even. A lot of people have told me, why don't you have a WhatsApp group, Telegram group? I said no. We are happy to be on Facebook. So see, the key factor is people should trust you. You need to create that bonding between the moderators and the group members. And we are a non-commercial group. We've not done any activities for profit. All our meetups, all our parties, and all the experiences that we've given group members are all at cost price. So, we don't, in fact, each and every meetup or each and every party, we moderators end up spending money more than, so, but it's fine. We're creating a network which can be utilized in multiple other ways than making profits, for an event that we organize. And another key factor in terms of getting people together on NIB, why people love NIB and want to be associated with it is we do not have anything related to politics on the group. We do not have anything related to religion on the group. So it's purely fun-based group. So it's total entertainment. If you're bored in life, or if you have half an hour time and you have nothing to do, you can just come on NIB and laugh your heart out.
True, that's something really remarkable, is what I believe. So, while pandemic has stuck the world, so how has it affected NIB?
Well, the pandemic, I shouldn't be saying this, but it was a really positive bit for the group in terms of group members. At least when the pandemic struck, we were, I think, 15,000 members, or 20,000, I think. Yeah, we celebrated 20,000 during the first pandemic wave because everybody was at home and they had nothing to do, so they were adding their friends, and their friends were adding more people. So from last March to now, we would have added 40,000 people in the group, and we did a lot of work during the pandemic, both fun as well as serious stuff. So when it comes to fun, we were one of the first, rather not one of the first. We were the first Facebook group in the world to organize an online DJ party during the pandemic. So the lockdown was announced, I think, on 22nd March, and on 24th we had our first online DJ party, and we started with DJ Wink, who's a very popular DJ in Bangalore and a very close friend of mine as well. Then we had DJs from Dubai playing, and then we had DJs from all over the world playing over the 2 months of lockdown, the strict lockdown that we had. And every time a DJ went live, we would have 3,000, 4,000 people live, and they sharing videos of they and their kids dancing at home and enjoying the party. Once the party is over, they would upload it on the group. So it was fun. So, and then we also did, we were one of the first Facebook groups again in the world to organize an online fashion show from home. So you can use anything inside your house as a prop and, do the fashion show. And we had close to 700, 800 entries in the first edition. No, that was in the second edition. In the first edition, we had around 200 people participating. In the second edition, we had around 700 people participating in the fashion show. So, it was really tough task for the judges, especially in the second round of fashion show, to choose the winners. And we had, really, we had Ramesh Demla as one of our judges. He designs clothes for, Akshay Kumar and a lot of Bollywood celebrities. We had Lakshmi Krishna, who's a leading fashion designer for the Kannada movie industry, Kannada, Tamil, and Telugu movie industry. And we had Sujata. So Sujata is a very well-known actress in the Kannada television circuit. So they were our judges, and it was a tough job for them, and we were covered in all media, right from Times of India to you name the media house that covered all our DJ parties and all the stuff, all the fun stuff that we did during the first wave.
True, positivity is something that has become the need of the hour during the pandemic, and definitely that was one much needed break that people needed from the monotony. Yeah. So when starting this community in Bangalore, what was your impression? And like, did you think it would become this huge? What were your inhibitions when you started this?
Well, honestly, there were no inhibitions. To be honest, when I just started it for fun, and it was not started in Bangalore. It was started in Kabul, Afghanistan. So it then grew into Bangalore because I am from Bangalore, and now we have people from all over the world. I mean, I have loads of people, from Hyderabad, Chennai, Mumbai. We have a lot of people from Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, US, Middle East. So we're, practically, I when I checked the data last, we were in like 108 countries.
Oh, that's great, actually. So, having organized both virtual and also offline community, so what do you think is the difference between the both? I mean, how the process of organizing the virtual community and physical community different?
Well, organizing a virtual event is much more easier, and the reach is much more vaster because at this point of time, I'm sure we have people from all over the world who are watching us. It's a virtual event, and if we had something offline, so it gets limited to the people who attend the event. And an offline event, there's a lot of work goes in right from finalizing the venue to setting up the decor, the stage, and the menu of what food needs to be eaten, what alcohol needs to be there, and a whole lot of stuff goes into doing an offline event. But honestly, I'm a very I like to be with people, among people, and I'm more of an offline event guy than an online event guy. So if somebody gives me an option to do, pick between you want to do something online or offline, I'll be the guy who'll say let's do it offline. Where we get to meet people in real, and what that's the actual warmth, right, of people we know and the energies that can be shared, which is not possible online.
Yes, yes, definitely. Socializing is one of the very, binding factor when it comes to people.
Absolutely.
So,
I would not call it socializing. I would call it networking. So,
right.
I'm a firm believer of a phrase which says your network is your net worth. So, end of it, that's what matters.
Yes, network is network, rightly said. So, how do you think offline communities can, leverage digital media to channel the togetherness, as you just mentioned?
It's simple. Offline community is the best part of offline communities is the bonding is already there, and in case they want to increase members, they do use social media as a leverage, firstly to create the bonding online and creating the trust, and making sure every time their offline meeting happens, they're able to convert that online crowd to coming to their offline event. So it's not an easy task. I mean, it's an uphill task. A lot of people thought it's easy, and they try to imitate you, and they try to copy you. But the content can be copied, but the passion cannot be copied, right? So it all comes down to that as to how passionate you are. I mean, if you're a passionate offline community. You may not need an online digital media platform to garner crowd for your event, but still, if you're looking at creating awareness globally on a large scale, then offline community can use the digital media platform or the social media platform to reach out to more people to create more awareness.
True. And what are the challenges that you face? I mean, come on, when it's a community of 60,000 people, definitely there are going to be issues, be it in terms of maybe the comments that one pass or because of the diversity, right? So, what is your, suggestion about conflict resolution when it comes to a community of large group of people?
See, we have a very simple mantra. Anything that gets reported by group members gets deleted. Anything. It could be the silliest of things or to the most complicated of things. So if unless I don't like somebody and I report their post just for fun, that doesn't get deleted. But anything that creates conflict gets deleted from the group. We've had, you would not believe, we had 3.5 lakh blocked members in the group.
Wow.
So imagine if I wouldn't have blocked those people, we would have been at 4,20,000 at this point of time in terms of group members. Now, what happens is, since it's a very small and niche community, we do not want people who create issues, who talk sexism, who talk about religion, who talk about, you know, uh, politics. So, we warn them once, we warn them second time, third time they get blocked. So in earlier days, there were 3 warnings. Now we warn them in messages. We keep putting posts that, okay, you're not supposed to put political posts, political comments. The moment they post first time only, we block them. So what happens is this helps us to keep the group neat and clean without any issues. And so that reduces a lot of conflict.
True. And I think more than adding somebody to the group, I think the tough part is to block somebody and forbid somebody, to not join the group. Because,
Absolutely.
yeah, definitely. Ego is
And
fragile.
I've had people who I know very closely. We've blocked them from the group because they do not adhere to the, probably they don't belong there. So they don't belong there. So they don't understand that there's a very thin line between doing things and not doing things.
True, true. So, where do you see NIB in the future?
I've not thought about it. Honestly, I've not thought about NIB getting to 60,000 members as well this year. So, see, we're all, we like 6 moderators. That's me, Rohit, Jayant, Anusha, Rashi, Pavan, and Divya. And we take every day at a time, and we don't do any long term planning because. See, honestly, this is not a source of income for us. That we'll have a 3 month planning or 6 month planning. So we take every day at a time. So now with Christmas around the corner, probably we'll have another meetup planned. Not sure when, because we're all extremely busy. We all have our own businesses and stuff. So depending on when we get time, we'll surely do a meetup. In fact, I'm getting at least 5 messages a day for the last 2 weeks. That when is the next NIB meetup happening? We are missing it because we had the previous one on Friendship Day. That's 1st August.
True. People say politics and religion divides people. So, do you think we can change that? I mean, if yes, what is the mantra according to you?
Honestly, I'm not a politician, nor I'm a very religious guy. So this is a kind of wrong question to me. I don't see when it comes to politics. Yeah, that politics divides people. I don't think religion divides people. Religion, I think, gets people together. So yeah, of course, if there are two different religions, and if politicians want them to fight, that's a different story. But otherwise, all the religions are peace loving. It's just that the politicians, screwed up for them. I'm sorry for the word, but that's the reality.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. So, like, tell me one post of somebody from Normal is Boring group that you would remember for sure.
Okay, so in 2019 on my birthday, so there was this very very elegant looking lady. She put up a post on my birthday saying, "Ritesh, I'm going for a wedding, and I'm getting married, and the marriage cannot happen till you're there because you're the groom." And she wished me happy birthday, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" So this is
That's so
something.
heartwarming.
So that is, really touching, and the love she had, and really nice. I felt, I mean, that's something I would surely remember. And of course, there's so many things that people post. We've had people calling me, putting it up on the group as well, saying, we guys are scared to talk in real. But then, NIB has given them a platform that they can be themselves without being judged. See, the whole motto of Normal is Boring is over a period of time, this was curated or told to people that this is a platform where you can be yourself and you'll not be judged. So, you have a whole lot of people who want to post jokes or probably a little adult jokes, but not vulgar jokes, and not being misunderstood. So here you have guys posting stuff, you have women posting stuff, and there'll be nobody judging. Now, the reason I have so many people who are blocked on the group is one is of course your political and religious comments, and second is people who don't understand the thin line between a fact that if a lady is posting a adult joke, that doesn't mean she's available.
Yeah.
You just cannot come and post any random things on the comment section. And, of course, the whole moderators team that we are, all of them do a fantastic job in terms of monitoring the comments. And we have group members for the last 10 years who were there, 11 years who were there. If they come across anything that doesn't belong to the group, now Facebook has an option where you could report to the admins. So, things get reported by group members itself. So the group is formed, it's reached a stage where it is auto run. If there is something that doesn't belong in the group, I have group members who will report to us because it's practically impossible for us 6 moderators to check. We have how many? We have close to 50,000 comments every day on the group. So we have 1.5 million interactions that happen every month on the group. That's 15 lakhs. And, we get 2,500 posts every day for approval, out of which maybe 250, 300 are approved and remaining are all declined because there will be repeated posts. People post again religion and politics. And, the moment Modi ji goes on air, you'll have 100 memes about what he spoke. For what he spoke against, people would want to upload, and all of that gets declined. And of course, nothing, we don't approve pornographic content or anything that is vulgar.
True. That is not just the community we're talking about. The community has become a family in this case.
Oh yeah, I always call it my NIB family. So I never call it a community or I've always addressed every single member of Normal is Boring as my family member, and I really it's really overwhelming. When you walk into a mall and somebody walks up to you and says, "Oh, you're from NIB. Can I take a selfie with you?" And it's my kids also tell me, it's like, why do people come and talk to you? And people everywhere.
Yeah. That's great, actually. So, where do you see NIB in the future? I mean, at this rate, you are a community or a family of 60,000, right? So, where do you see? I mean, are you looking to spread it into different chapters, or how do you want to go about it?
Honestly, we've not thought about it, but yeah, I mean, we would like more people to be associated with the group and spread more laughter in the world. See, the whole idea of the group is, it's a light-hearted, fun group where people get entertained and laugh. So our idea is, as of now, 60,000 people are getting benefited by laughing, and we would be happy to take it to 6 million to 60 million, and let us see how it goes. So with the support of all my current group members, we'd be more than happy to take it to the next level.
Yeah, I believe your family is watching this session right now, and we have some comments coming in, and somebody wants to join your group. I mean, for the amazing work you do. So, yeah,
So just look, all they have to do is look up for Normal is Boring on Facebook. We have a yellow colored logo that is there on the cover page. And of course, the moment you look up for Normal is Boring, it'll say 60K members and all that. So just join the group and, either me or anybody from one of we moderators will add you onto the group. So what we do is the moment we get a request, we scan the profile, check if it's not a fake profile also, and then we add them.
Sure. And we just wrapping up this session. I just want to end this note by congratulating you for
Thank you
being
so
one
much.
of the key person who mobilizes his community and makes sure that positivity spreads around. And what are your tips or insights for somebody who wants to join a similar club or who wants to mobilize a community as yours?
Yeah, I mean, just be truthful to your group members. Don't if it is a commercial group, tell them it's a commercial group, and don't start a fun group in disguise of earning money. So what happens is a lot of people form communities on Facebook. They claim to be fun groups, but end of it, every time they organize an event, they overprice everything and they try to earn money out of it. So if you want to create a fun community, let it be a fun community. There are a lot of avenues in which you can make money, not only the group members. So don't be greedy. That's my thing. And every time you see once, I would. Do we have 2 minutes? Can I?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So during the second wave of COVID, okay, now that we had built a community of around, at that time we were, I think, 32,000 people in March this year, or we were 25,000 people in March this year. So when the second wave of COVID hit, we had a lot of issues compared to the first wave because people were complacent and they said, okay, nothing will happen to me, and then I'll go out, and everybody got screwed and end of it. So since I had recovered from COVID, there was a request, online on one of the WhatsApp groups. I don't recollect where. Okay, one of our NIV group members only. So he sent a message on one of the common WhatsApp groups saying, "Now I'm looking for B positive plasma. If there's anybody," I sent a reply to him that, okay, I've recovered from COVID. You let me know where do I have to go and donate plasma. So he said, bro, whole of my family is COVID positive, none, and we don't know the process of donating plasma. I said, okay, you tell me which hospital, I'll go myself because I have to donate it, right? Went to the hospital, I myself didn't know what the process was, understood the process. I mean, I didn't even know the hospital. I walked in asking for the doctor. They said, doctor's on the third floor. And I just walked into the third floor, no security, nothing. And I said, I'm looking for this doctor. Then they're like, are you a COVID patient? I said, no, there's a COVID ward. You're not supposed to be here. And I'm like, okay, fine. Okay, I'll walk out. And they told me the process, and it was very painful. I started at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. By the time I donated the plasma and got home, it was 10 o'clock in the night. So the process was cumbersome. Then I realized, okay, we need to educate people that, okay, this is not happening. Processes are simpler. Then we formed another Facebook group called COVID Task Force India. So this group was led by me and some 45 amazing volunteers that I got. I mean, honestly, I've not met 90% of these beautiful souls who worked with me. And from end of March till I think June, we made sure we arranged for unlimited amount of food packets. I don't even know, we lost count. We got some 950 people beds in different parts of the country. We got some 500 plus people plasma and some 700 people oxygen cylinders. In fact, oxygen cylinders were arranged in Bangladesh. Oxygen cylinders were arranged in Pakistan and Afghanistan because we had people from all over in the group. And, since I knew people in all these countries, so, Afghanistan was just a phone call. Okay. Somebody sent me a message, in this hospital, this lady needs oxygen. So I called my connect there in Kabul, and he's like, Bhaijan, don't worry, in half an hour she'll get oxygen. And she got it. So, all these things are, if you're able to do all these things, by running a community. See, if you're an influencer, that doesn't mean that you just organize parties and throw your weight around when you go to places. You need to make an impact in the society, right? You need to influence people
Yeah.
positively. Okay, you influence people on NIB is fine, but then we realize that okay, we could do much better than this. I don't take full credit for COVID Task Force India. I just created the group, but the set of people who joined in, and that's when I realized, India as a country has so many good people who want to give back to the society. Imagine I had 600 people coming, in COVID, going to a COVID hospital to donate blood.
Yes, definitely. That's the one of the greatest works, I believe. And thank you so much for the amazing work you have done and being who you are. We really thank you. Team InfluencerCon thanks you for being part of our session and making
Thank
it
you so much. It's an
insightful.
honor to be a part of InfluencerCon, and thank you so much for the help and support. You and Ravi have been instrumental in this.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Ritesh. It's glad to have you.
Thank you.